What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, everybody? 2021 is here. A lot of stuff happening.
Outrageous Fun. Season 3.
What's up, everybody?
What up? What up? What up?
How we doing, buddy?
Good.
Missed you this week.
Dude, vacation is nice.
Yeah, that's why they call it vacation.
That was
right?
my first like real. That was my first like week off. I feel like in a minute. I took
that's
a
not true.
week and a half off.
Maybe
That was the
first
longest
week and a half.
vacation
You've
I've
taken
had since a working man.
Yeah, you've taken a week off before. I feel
It was always like a weekend.
long weekend.
Like it was a long weekend
Yeah,
where
you
it's
had
like a
full
Thursday,
week.
Friday, because I kind of like that where it's like you get a half a week and a half a week, but this was just
Right.
like a full week. That's different ball
Is
game,
it?
dude.
Do you think it's better to have the full week off and then come back to a full week of work, or is it better to work like Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday
Right.
through Friday off, and then like take off Monday, Tuesday? And
I
only
think
have
both
Wednesday through
have
Friday
their
to work?
charm.
Right.
Both have their charm. I gotta say this. I'll say this. I've done those, and I'm like, oh, it's great. You get a 3-day week and a 2-day week, or
Right.
one of those. But this full week off,
A full week off fucks, and you
it
get
fucks,
2 weekends.
dude. You get two
You get a-
weekends. I took the Friday off
Right.
before too,
You get
so
a
I
front
had.
weekend and a back weekend.
Oh, it was glorious.
Which one's better? I think the front weekend's huge. Big front weekend guy.
Well,
on the
this front
vacation.
weekend, my parents and Emily's parents.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we went on vacation together.
Wait, your parents were there too?
Yeah, dude.
I gotta be honest. Sounds like hell.
Dude, it was like a
fucking
test.
terrible.
I was like nervous going into that weekend.
Yeah.
Like I was nervous.
Where were they? You were all just
We were
in
on the same
Winston's
house, one bathroom. No,
Wait,
we were
oh,
in
you
a
rented a
we were
house.
in a Cape Cod house. So I went to Cape Cod.
One bathroom.
We the Winstons, Emily's parents rented a house,
Bathroom.
one bathroom,
For the O'Keefe family
right?
and the Winston family.
And me and Emily.
The O'Keefe. And you. That is a bad planning.
Right. Well, it was, they had the house for like 8 weeks, and then at the engagement party, they were like, come to our house in Cape Cod in the summer. And fucking it was last weekend.
Oh, shit. And they did. They took him up.
They
I
came,
was sitting right there
came
when they
up
invited
under
you.
offer, and
Wow.
the families conjoined, dude.
How was it?
It was pretty legit.
Yeah?
Everyone had a good time.
That's good. Did you do activities?
We
You went
did
on the boat?
activities. We're on the boat.
Nice. I love a
We
boat.
went to
Boat's great. The energy.
Martha's Vineyard. KO brought my dad brought
Did you
his.
see Obama?
He was there the week before.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Did you see Portnoy? No, he probably wasn't there
I
either.
did not see
Wait,
that.
you didn't see nobody.
I saw no one.
Right.
Yeah. My dad brought. So the
Oh. Hello.
Winstons are very like classy with their drinking. Like they drink like
Right.
Mr. Winston will like make himself like an old fashioned. We're drinking like nice rosé. My dad showed up and just fucking power to him with his own Guinness glass.
Yeah, he did. Wait, glass.
Glass. He showed up with a glass.
Would he wash it and put it in like the freezer?
Yeah, he
every
had it
night?
in the freezer. So we were getting ready, and he would like go in the freezer, pour himself a Guinness. And I didn't even know this, but when you have Guinness cans, you know how they have the balls in them?
No, I've
You
never.
didn't know that?
No,
Like
I've
the-
never had a
you know-
Guinness out of a can. I've only had it like
Fucking
draft.
Guido.
Whoa, what the fuck was that? That
You
felt
got-
like it came from real deep.
Yeah.
Why? Because I don't drink Guinness out of a can like a fucking East Meadow fucking
Well, it's
middle-aged
an
man.
Irish. It's just Irish.
Oh, word.
That's why I
Alright,
said it.
cool. I've had it at a tap though. Like that's where you
Right.
get it. You get it in the tap, and like it's the nice.
Right,
foot-
so I didn't know. Well, KO will give you a history.
Right.
Guy, I'm pretty sure he was against Guinness, and then he went to the Guinness factory, came back, and has been drinking Guinness ever since. He's like, my homeland beer. I'm like, bro.
Yo, KO does look like a guy that like discovers pride in certain places. Like he like went and he just got real prideful about Ireland for like
Yeah.
one thing.
Only the Guinness.
Only the Guinness.
Only the Guinness.
Yeah.
But anyway, the cans are like 16-ounce cans. They're black cans. You know those
I've seen
cans?
the can. I know. Yeah. Vividly.
They have like little They have balls in it because it's like nitrogen or some shit. And he was explaining to everyone.
But what do
like,
you mean balls? I'm not getting enough of this.
There's like a little ball in the can,
okay.
and so like when you pour it all out and you shake it, there's a ball in it.
Okay.
And it's something for the nitrogen or whatever. And the way you pour it is like if you had your cup there, you like crack it and you just like usually you with a can you like pour it out nicely, but you literally flip it upside down. Ooh. And it like you can get like the milkiness thing to happen.
love
So
the
he did this
milkiness.
like we were all like hanging out, like people were showering, like we were on the boat all day getting ready for dinner.
One at a time. It probably took 4 fucking hours.
We had an outdoor shower. Yeah,
Oh, wait.
love an outdoor shower.
It's not even close.
It's not even close.
It's not close.
It's not even close.
Do you remember my Fire Island house, the outdoor shower? It
Yeah.
was
Game changer?
Game changer.
That was the OG.
that shower got fucking weird, man.
Yeah, that shower did get
But
weird.
anyway, well, that's neither here nor there.
Um,
So everybody's showering.
people shouting. He comes out and he did like a demo for like the whole. Like he came out and they're like he pulled his fucking frozen glass out of the freezer the first night and like pours himself like finesses this shit out of this Guinness pour and everyone's like, oh,
Perfect pour.
He's like, does anyone want any Guinness? And everyone's like, no, we're good with our rosé.
Yeah, like Martha's
Collision
Vineyard,
of worlds. Is there
Yeah.
any better example of my dad's Guinness example in the rosé?
He's the only person in the world who's ever brought his own beer glass to Martha's Vineyard. Like, it's the wine capital of the Northeast.
Right.
And he's just like, nah, not for me.
You guys got Guinness on this island? No, man.
Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah, but it was
That's rich, dude.
while we're on the topic of my vacation, I'll just share this one story. Best day we had there. We were in Cape Cod. Martha's Vineyard's an island off of. Right. So me and Emily woke up 9 a.m., took the ferry over to Martha's Vineyard, rented a moped, and mopeded around the whole island beach hopping.
Vespaing?
Vespaing, yeah.
Ooh, cute.
And in the city, the Revels only go max 30. These were motor. I was going like 50.
Ooh.
Emily was pissed. I told her after, dude, because we were on just like a straightaway road for a while, and I was like, I'm gonna see how much this thing can go.
You're trying to feel something.
And she was like, slow down. I was like, it's fine. Like, we're on a straightaway road. Just relax. And like, once we returned the moped, I was just like, guess how fast we were going. She was like, you fucking dick. I was like, we're going 50. Felt alive.
Like, that is fast, but like, what a cheap like thrill. Like she was not against. She was against going more than like the Revel Max. Or were you like breaking the speed limit?
I mean, it was like windy. Like, it was like, and I'm like, fucking, I was like, dude, I was like bent over. I just made that noise.
Hold on. Say something.
Say something. I
think this might have been the problem.
Up on you. We got a.
We're back.
We're back.
Okay. Sorry about
Yeah, like I kind of had to like get into like a crouched position because the wind was
To
like
fight the wind?
Yeah,
Ooh.
it was awesome, dude.
Did you have goggles?
No,
I'm picturing
that
goggles
would be
anyway.
sweet.
Yeah, no.
We went up. We jumped off Jaws Bridge. So
Why
in
is it called
Jaws,
Jaws Bridge?
because like they shot the.
I don't know if this is a coincidence, but as soon as you plugged in your headphones, Dylan's camera went out. Oh, it's back. It's back. Okay, continue.
Technical difficulty.
Jaws Bridge
And we're
was
back.
a bridge in Jaws, I guess.
Have you ever seen Jaws? You seem like you haven't.
I've seen Jaws. There's a bridge.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's a bridge. It was called Jaws Bridge.
I mean, I'm sure there is a bridge, but like it's 0%
Listen, if there's one
of the
thing
plot.
I know in this world, there's a bridge in Jaws, all right? And I jumped off of it.
You
okay?
definitely never saw Jaws, dude.
I've seen it.
I don't think you have.
Maybe not. I've been on the ride.
The ride at Electric.
I was electric, dude.
Yeah.
Scared
It's
the
gone.
Still
scared.
What?
It
Jaws
is gone. It is gone.
AF.
Dude, this world sucks now. I don't
been
want to
gone
live
This
in
for like a
world
while.
does.
I don't want to live in a world that doesn't appreciate Jaws.
That's a classic. Like you go on it as a kid, and it's like this is the scariest shit ever. And then you go on as an adult, and you're like, come on, man,
This
this
terrible.
shark is so fucking
Beat.
plastic.
Oh, it's so like adorable. Like it's so cute.
I think they were just like losing money because of the fire. Like it cost
yeah.
so much money every ride, and they were like, "We're done." Like,
Yeah, like nobody was going on it anymore.
it was like $750 a ride for them to like blast off.
You do
something
also
like
like
that.
when
That
you
is-
go. You remember? I remember vividly every time. I've been on that ride so many
Wait,
fucking
let
times.
me just say, I got fucking facts. Okay, continue.
Why you just got that knowledge in your brain
I
though?
don't know. I watched too much YouTube videos.
You are passionate about the Jaws ride. I respect it. I remember vividly the heat off of that.
Oh, that
torch.
heat was.
It was like the first time I ever felt like flaming heat in my face as a
Right.
child.
What would you like better? Jaws, King Kong?
The movies,
No, the rides.
the rides. Okay.
Jaws, King Kong, or Earthquake? You remember
You mean
Earthquake?
Twister?
No, Twister was another good one. That wasn't even a ride though. That was just like a
Right, it was an
Presentation.
experience. It was an experience, right.
Are you talking about
first
the
of
one
all,
that's
what-
like underwater? I mean, in the
You're in the
tunnel.
train.
in the subway
train.
station?
That
yeah.
one's sick.
That
Wait,
one's sick.
That one was cool as fuck.
And the water comes down.
Yeah, the water floods in. We did that when we were baked as fucking Cali. That's
Right.
But what King Kong one are you talking about?
There's a King
Oh my
Kong
God,
ride.
the one you go up in the. You
go on the
You said
thing.
you went on it.
Yeah, you mean the one with like like not the cartoon, like the video that plays around you.
No, it's like King Kong.
It's like half and half. Like you're
Yeah,
wearing.
you're thinking of the one I'm
goggles.
thinking of. We went on it in Cali.
No, the new ones that are all
What are
all
you
new.
talking about?
I'm talking about the OG shit.
I don't think I went on the OG King Kong,
Loser.
but I did. If it existed, I went on.
I bet you didn't even see King Kong.
I did. I saw the fuck out of King Kong. The new one was sick. But wait, I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
It's like Jaws, but King Kong. And
Never
there's
saw
no
it.
like digital shit.
Did
It's
you go
like
on, you ever
straight
go-
up.
Wait, but you're forgetting the most important one, Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's
That's the best. That might be the best ride of all time.
Yeah.
That drop.
That drop is
still
legit.
Still, like every time I go on it, my
Oh.
stomach is in my asshole. Like
Yeah,
it is
it's
just
so good.
It is like and you're in the mouth. Electric.
Yeah, you're going down. The mouth's right there.
Everything's so realistic. Even now, it holds up. Like it's
That
not
holds up.
as good as when I was a kid, but it's still like really fucking good. The music, you
And-
go in, they're playing
right.
the music. Like we went on it once, and the music was like broken. It was like terrible.
I went on it one time
It's
and we
hard.
got stuck coming back in on a hot Florida day. So like you went on the ride and then we were just like all fucking waiting there for a while. My mom, I thought, was gonna absolutely kill someone. that
Oh
worked
my
there.
god.
Yeah. She was like, just let us off the goddamn thing.
I could see Eva getting so
Because she was just getting
done.
she doesn't do well in the heat. And
does?
Who does? And you're just out there.
And you're claustrophobic. You're in the thing. and
You're in the thing.
sweating.
The bar's on your belly.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Dude, we had a terrible experience on the Jurassic Park ride. Me, Frankie, and my cousin Brandon, we had to be 12 or something like that. 12, I was probably 12. And we get on the ride, and it's us three sitting in the front row. We were like, let's get the front row. Like, we've never been in the front row. Like, it's so scary. Like, let's go. So we sit in the front. Fucking last second, they throw a mother and daughter in our seat, and they are obese.
Nice.
Like, very round in diameter.
Right.
Circumference, whatever, the large. And we were these little kids, tykes, if you will. And the seatbelt is one bar. And it all goes down
That's
at
it,
one
yeah.
time.
Whoever's the
So
biggest, they're
it
the
goes
protected.
down-
That's it.
Yeah, it's supposed to go down like...
Right.
It went... And me and Frankie are like, oh no. So we're like dropping elbow on it, like trying to get one more click. And then the
And
ride
then the lady's
just
just
starts.
like, hey,
No,
that's
they
my
didn't-
stomach.
No, dude, they didn't even say anything. It was pouring rain. It was like a terrible experience. And then the ride starts, and we're like, oh my god, this is it. And like, if I fucking wish we had the pictures. You know, they take the pictures, but we didn't have money because we were 12.
Oh, that would
To
be
buy 'em.
such a good photo to have today.
I know. So we were all underneath the bar, holding it like this, like, ah, like screaming at the top of our lungs, just like holding on, like, fuck. It was the closest I've come to death since, probably.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
We also got stuck on the Hulk ride, like after dinner.
Oh my god, dude, we went to Emerald Lagasse's
The
the restaurant.
Dude,
And
Universal
it's sick, dude.
slaps, dude. It's so
It's
good.
The peak of like white culture is
Yeah.
Universal. Like it's
Oh,
the best.
It's so good.
It's so family oriented and
Right.
like gross but amazing. Like you eat a turkey leg and like throw up
Cotton
because it's hot.
candy.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Oh my, dude, the Men in Black ride.
Oh,
That's the best
that's
one.
because you could compete.
Yeah.
And you're scoring, you're
Right.
shooting shit. That's an excellent.
That's another one where you're like,
one. And
I'm-
the Spider-Man ride. The
Spider-
3D Spider-Man.
one would say 4D.
What? Yeah, well, the air and shit.
That's the name of it. It's
Is it 4D?
Spider-Man 4D, isn't it?
Sure, man.
One
I
would
don't-
say 4D.
It sounds right.
The Creator. You missed it. I said one would say 4D. The Creator named it 4D. Fuck me.
I mean, I'm sure that was a great joke. I missed it. No, wait, so we go to Emerald Lagasse's, that restaurant, and
Is it called BAM?
no, that's his catchphrase. That might have been the name of I think it was just called Emeralds.
It's called Emerald.
Yeah.
His,
Emeralds.
Yeah, he was Bam.
I think it was green.
Emerald. Yeah. Right. Oh, good memory. So I remember vividly that I ate for dessert. I had a sweet potato bread pudding. That was where my mom got the recipe for her sweet potato bread pudding. That's my big thing. Whatever. Anyway, we had like 4 courses. We were disgustingly full, and the park was still open. And we were like, yo, we got to go on the Hulk one more time. We go.
Jesus.
Terrible. Like, so bad.
Roller
you know,
coaster.
You know how I eat to the point where like I'm like
Yeah.
a problem? So that started hitting me on the line to the thing. And we're all like full, like really sick. And we get on this ride. We're like, we just got to muscle through this now. Now we're not even excited to go on the ride. We get shot off, like it shoots you off or
Yeah.
whatever. And where did we get stuck? Did we get stuck upside down, Frankie? No.
Like towards the end.
Like towards the end, we just got stuck on this ride. And it was like, we're like about to vomit. Like we just were twirling and full.
It was like a 15-minute, like,
Oh.
just hanging.
Yeah, the power like stopped. They were like, we're going to get you off. Don't worry. We're like, fucking please, man.
Oh, I just had sweet potato.
I just had the 6 sweet potato bread pudding. It was fun. Oh.
So
But
what else is going on?
not much, man. What a
I
week.
could talk
I've-
about Universal forever, but
Yeah,
we
I
should
know.
probably
I know.
move
We
on.
should probably move on for sure. Frankie, you keep forgetting to throw that timer on. I would love it if you can toss that up there. What was going on, dude? I had a very interesting week.
Yeah.
A week ago, I was last Saturday, not this past Saturday, the Saturday before. I was supposed to go on a date, and it got abruptly canceled because I'm not vaccinated.
Right.
And the girl I was going out with, it was a city girl. So I was supposed to go out with her the week before. I got COVID. Or 2 weeks, whatever it was. I was supposed to go out with her, and I got COVID. So obviously that prompted the question, well, are you vaccinated? And I was just like, nah. And she was like, oh, why? And she gave me like this. She was like joking with me. So I was like, oh, well, fuck you, off. So whatever. We were joking around. Later in the week, she texted me, how you feeling? I was like, oh, cool. So she's not pissed. She's cool. We're still going out. Dope. So I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm still sick. Whatever. Following week, I text her. I was like, hey, you around Saturday? She's like, yeah. So I make a reservation in the city at a nice little place.
Nice.
And I text her like the details. I was like, all right, I made a reservation here, blah, blah, blah. She goes, well, what are you going to do if they ask for a Vax card? And I was like, well, I don't know, man. Like, and then it just prompted this vaccine conversation. And I thought she was joking with me. And it got like kind of like cold.
Really?
Yeah, like we were like, I was like going in with like LOL, haha, like shit like that. And she was just like, ugh, woof, yikes, shit like that. And I was just like,
Do we have direct readings?
I deleted the conversation because I was just so turned off by the end of it. And I'll explain why. So
What were you saying?
I didn't say anything bad. She was just being a twat. So she was like, I was like, I got this weird feeling that things were no longer a joke. So I texted her like the next day and I was just like, so are my odd views on this matter going to be a problem for tomorrow? And she responded with like this long message that was basically like, I know a lot of people who have died from COVID and like who've gotten really, really sick. And the fact that you don't, like, if you don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine. But the fact that you don't respect, like, and she was like, I just don't think Saturday is a good idea. I was like, yo, thank God I found that out now. Like, I would have showed up to that date. It would have been a bloodbath.
Yeah, that date would have been a bloodbath.
What did
for
me and
sure.
that girl talk about? There's nothing to talk about but COVID.
Oh, there's nothing to talk about. Well, you were never getting past the. I want to know so bad what you guys were saying.
It was very. It was so like.
What were your
surface
jokes? What
level.
were your jokes?
It wasn't even like jokes. I was
Because
just
people
like,
are sensitive, man.
Well, I didn't say anything about like. I didn't say anything. I know you're thinking.
Did you bring up Bill
conspiracy.
Gates?
Right. I didn't. No, I didn't.
Let
say
me ask some questions. How about that?
Ask some questions.
Did you
Ask
bring
them.
up Bill Gates?
No.
Did you bring up globalism?
No. Thought about it.
Did you bring up the Clinton kill list?
Yes. No. I only brought up Fauci. No, I didn't bring anything up. I brought.
Did you bring up Fauci?
No.
What did you bring up?
Nothing. I just said I wasn't vaccinated, and she was
What
like,
was she saying woof at,
oh,
though?
okay. So this is what
There
she.
it
This
is.
is what she said woof at. I kind of forgot for a second.
Yeah.
So she was like, can I just, this is when I knew it was getting serious and it was no longer a joke. She was like, I just need to ask what your objections to actually getting the vaccine are. And this was when I thought we were. Valid question, but we were, in my brain, joking up to this point, and this
Right.
was like serious time. So I gave her a very honest answer. I told her my fucking normal answer, which I really just don't feel like getting into right now. And I was like, very honest, it felt normal. Like we talk about it all the
You
time.
got to say what it is.
It was like,
Give us the spark.
I was like, I had COVID last year. So I was like, I wanted to wait to see what the effects of it were. I wanted it to get FDA approved. I don't feel like I'm a huge risk for, being hospitalized because of COVID. So I'm not like taking a ton of like, it's not that important to me to get vaccinated. So I'm just going to wait until I feel like it's the right time for me to get vaccinated if I'm going to get vaccinated. That was my answer. And that was what she responded. No, she responded woof to that. And I was like, this ain't going well. I don't think we're on the same page here.
Oh, wow.
So then she told me that her whole family's dead and all this shit. And I was like, okay, cool, man. All right, sucks. Sorry about that. So I think I responded when she said, I don't think Saturday's a good idea. I was like, yeah, figured. And then I deleted the whole conversation.
Where ideas take root
Is this me?
and expand the hours.
They're here.
An ad just
That
started playing on my
noise
computer.
was like,
Yeah, that was serious.
yeah, that.
So that happened. And that kind of sucked. It was like never gonna work.
Okay. Right.
That was never gonna work.
I feel that. I definitely feel that.
But
You were not getting over that hump.
there was, dude. It's first of all,
Okay, but
what
does
an
that-
absurd like world we're living in right now. Where
Crazy
like,
town.
could you imagine?
Crazy town,
Could
man.
you imagine?
Well, this is.
It's
This
insane.
makes for interesting shit, man.
I mean,
How you gonna find a girl, man?
so
What % of chicks do you think are vaccinated? I feel like more chicks than dicks are vaccinated,
that probably is accurate,
right?
So okay, and to your point.
You're gonna have to get the vaccine just to get a wife.
So I was talking to someone like, someone's like, yeah, dude, they politicized pussy. You got to get vaccinated. I was telling somebody, they're taking pussy, man. They're threatening you. I was like, shit. But for real though, it's like, that's how it is. And then like the next
Oh
day,
my
so that
God.
happened on Thursday or like Friday during the day. Friday night I had volleyball and a couple of my friends on volleyball's girlfriends are nurses. And they, like, during the volleyball, and this is, like, right after I'm better with COVID, right after this conversation with this hooker that I couldn't go out with. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, like, this is going to be right when I showed up, they were talking about an article that was, like, I overheard them talking. They were like, did you see that article that says that people who are vaccine hesitant are the more intelligent,
Cornell.
are more intelligent people, like, academics and scientists and all these people, like the smarter, and they were like,
people are not getting it.
people are not getting it. I did see the article. Hey, what up, man? IQ's sick. So
Joey Stoggle.
So when I walk up, I hear them talking about this
Oh
thing, and I didn't say anything. I didn't. I learned my mistakes, but I was thinking, I was
that
like,
would have been an
ooh.
all-time Joe moment if you were just like, I know, look at me, I'm a fucking genius, I'm vax, baby.
So in my head, that was going on.
Oh,
and as I'm
that's
walking
such an
up,
opportunity,
so
Joey.
I know they're both nurses, and I'm like, oh, cool. So I can actually talk to these girls like pretty candidly about this subject if I have to. Maybe a second later, they're like, I didn't even fucking read the stupid story. Like, that is bullshit. There's no fucking way. I was like, all right, cool. I'll just keep that one in the back pocket. So I don't say shit. But they're like, I love these girls are awesome. I have nothing against them at all. But we end up going back to my buddy's house, to Hogan's house, and like getting shit-faced. And now we're lit, and somebody mentions the vaccine, like in the bathroom or something. And then all of a sudden, all the girls just like, Joe, why aren't you getting vaccinated? Let's talk about it. And I was just like, oh, no. I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I'm going through shit right
They
now.
just called you out?
Yeah, but not like that bad, but like pretty bad. Like
How
all
did
the
they know?
guys were
'Cause the
just like,
podcast?
what?
How did they know?
I think during volleyball I mentioned that I had a date the next day, but then it got canceled because of the accident. And they knew I had COVID. So they all asked me anyway. So like I kind of,
right.
there was a few ways they could have found out.
Okay.
But yeah, so one of them offered to schedule my appointment for me. They're like, no, you got to they're giving me all these facts that I think are bullshit. But I was like, whatever, I'll listen. So it was just like the whole 48 hours was just like, I just got better and now I'm getting butchered with vaccine shit. So that wasn't fun. But then, I overcorrect, and I met
You
a
got
girl.
2 vaccines.
No, so I met
You got
another
the
girl.
Pfizer and the Johnson &
Right,
Johnson.
right in the butt.
Nice.
So I met another girl who shares closer to my views on the subject. Because I was like, I
So
guess
she's
I
a
gotta.
racist.
Jesus, man.
Sorry. Sorry.
That was pretty funny. I can't believe my IG almost got deleted, by the way, for calling
Yeah,
Jamie a
that's,
racist.
that's too much.
We'll get into that.
that.
So I meet another girl who shares my views on the subject. Because, so I'm like, I got to make sure of that first now, I guess. Like, that's like top question. I got to make sure like I'm not going to offend somebody with
Right.
like my lifestyle. What's going on?
Yeah.
So I meet this girl. She's super nice. We went out on Friday. And so this girl, so you saw the whole thing that's going on with OnlyFans.
Yes.
So
I showed you it.
you
didn't believe me.
I didn't believe you. Yeah, you showed me that shit.
It was hilarious. I gotta read
That
it.
thing was hilarious.
Joe was like,
That whole conversation.
conversation. OnlyFans takes away nudity. That's insane.
I
So,
mean, that's their whole.
Joe's a consumer.
business model.
I've actually never even like. I've honestly never.
I am a consumer. I am a pretty.
So
I'm a pretty good customer.
right. So Joe didn't believe it, and I sent him the article. I said, "Put your dick away," and he said, "Wow, I'm blown away. Do they hate money? But also, I need that to leave my life ASAP. So I support the decision."
Yeah, I'm so behind.
My
it.
boy's about to save so much money.
No, I don't spend money on that shit no more. I really
No
don't.
more.
No, I really. I have spent money on it.
Right.
I'm not happy of it. Quarantine was a weird time, bro.
Right.
I was alone a lot.
We know.
Don't even.
So tell us
But,
about this date.
No, so the date was great. The girl was cool, but we're talking about this OnlyFans thing because that you had told me that day. We're talking about it, and she was like, "Yeah, I had an OnlyFans," and I was like, "Oh shit, interesting. Tell me about it." I was like curious. I was like, "Would you post on there?" Like, she was like, "Oh no, like wasn't like porn or anything like that." She's like, "I'd post like pictures of my feet and like bullshit.
about to say.
I'd like every once in a while post like my titties or some shit. Like it was nothing crazy." She showed me the page, so I was like, "Wait, but like, so how much did you make?" Guess how much money she made in 1 month. She had it like legit for 1 month before her dad found out about it. Like somebody sent it to her dad or something. So that like ruined her life. Guess how much money she made in 1 month just posting
Well,
like.
first of all,
feet
Dad,
pics.
we're sex positive.
Yeah, grow up, sir. It's 2021.
So we're talking feet and a little bit of boobs.
Feet, some tit, maybe a booty pic. Nothing spread. No orifices are shown.
Okay, nipples.
Yeah, there's some nipples in there.
Okay.
But like not often. There was
20
maybe one nipple.
25K.
30 grand in 1 month.
Oh.
Barely doing anything. That was nothing. I could post my nipples. I'm about to show fucking
Dude.
balloon knot right now on OnlyFans. We got like 1 month left of
We got 1 month.
monetization.
Let's do it.
Let's show asshole.
Dude, let's just put your I'm just talking you specifically. I'll do feet, you do nipples. Dude, we
got
got to
good
monetize your nipples.
I'm down, dude.
The biggest
I was born for this.
we have 1 month.
I know. We have
This
1
is
month.
actually what's
Do you
the
think
wor-
we can make 30K? I don't
No,
think
I think we
there's
can make maybe like 10.
10. 10's enough, dude. 10 is enough.
What do you think makes more money, my feet or your tits?
I think my tits.
You're
over
definitely
feet.
yeah.
Well,
But
no,
we
because I
put
feel like
we put my feet on just to dilute.
were you there that time we looked up what the reason for foot fetishes are? Were you with us?
No, can you
Okay.
explain to our audience?
So I will explain. So I was at a party one time with the Gentillies, and all of us somehow the topic of foot fetishes came up, and we did a ton of research like in the party in real time, and we found a very intense article, like extensive article, that
sounds like you
explained
guys. I know you weren't, but sounds like you guys were doing some coke.
it. We weren't.
I know.
That does
Foot
sound like
fetishes, man.
that does sound cokey though.
Yeah.
It was more like 2 a.m. Bud Lighty,
Sure.
but like still same
Right,
vibe,
yeah.
I guess. So 2 a.m. Bud Lighty, we're looking up these foot fetishes. Coach was there too. He was like really into it, and and so the reasoning. So I'm not going to really be able to explain this that well, but the short of it is, there's a neural pathway that can get crossed in your brain between genitalia and other extremities like your feet or hands or like other weird shit. And when that happens, you literally, when you look at like a foot, you have the internal like reaction like you're looking at like a vagina or like tits or something very sexual, like a sexual organ. So you literally look at a foot and you like are like, I want to fuck that foot.
Damn.
So I was so me and this girl first of all, I was blown away that she made 30 grand. And I'm talking to her about it. She's like, "Oh, have you not seen the foot fleshlights?" And I'm like, "Excuse me?" You know, obviously what a fleshlight
Right.
is. It's a vagina that you hold with your hand and
Yeah.
whatever. They make feet ones that have I honestly want to look them up. 'Cause they're
Definitely.
foot fleshlight, bro. They're so funny. They're like hilarious. Frankie, Google foot fleshlight, and you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. It's hilarious.
He's like, do really?
So it's-
do I really have to fucking Google that?
Yes, you do.
Come on, put it on the big
It's-
screen,
it's-
baby.
It's why we got this TV in here.
Maybe find us a live demonstration.
Let's not. I really don't think I can ever unsee that. So it's like, all right,
What's
so
up?
like
I'm
2 feet.
Daryl. This is my foot.
So like,
Today I'm going to be demoing for you guys.
Oh my god.
yes, you have to be looking at the picture I'm thinking about.
Oh my.
Let me
Do
see.
the double one. Do the double one.
I need a second.
Click the double one. So, dude, it's 2 feet.
Got some technical.
Like this, like with painted toes, and then the calf, like the leg, it's sawed off at like the ankle, and one of the legs is a vajayjay and one is a butthole. This is what people do. They fuck feet. That's the thing that people do
Because their brain
because
got
their brain is confused.
Hey.
That also, by the way, it's not a choice, which makes me feel kind of bad for things I've said about people with foot fetishes. But
How much
I mean,
bad
whatever
stuff have
floats
you
your
said
boat,
with foot fetishes?
that they're nuts because feet are gross.
Oh!
Oh, Jesus, Frankie. That one's so realistic. That's not the one. Dude, click the double foot. Click the double
Way
Frankie.
too realistic!
Can we talk about?
Click the pink one.
Can we talk about how you're yelling at me? You baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, you didn't. I
Dude,
told you to click
that
the,
one is way
That's
too realistic.
Gross. All right, get everything else out and get the. Dude,
Look at the one on the bottom.
Bro, that's foul. That is off-putting. I may never look at a vagina the same. That's the one I was thinking of. It's a little more cutesy.
Yeah, that's more
Oh
tolerable.
my lord, that was graphic, dude.
Oh,
Did you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, man.
So yeah, we could make some money. But so what I was gonna say was, I don't know if there's as many women who are into feet as dudes. I feel like it's a predominantly dude fetish. Like you never hear about women who are like, those feet, guy.
Right.
Let me see them feet.
Shit,
Ever.
so my feet probably won't sell.
They might,
Or
though.
maybe
there's
like
an
a
untapped
dude.
market.
All the dudes can buy my big ass feet. That's what I'm saying. I got big feet.
You think maybe some guys are into guy feet?
Yeah.
that might be your market. They might be men.
If you're, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
men are looking at my nipples. Chicks aren't looking at nipples.
Right.
Like, I got hairy nipples.
Okay.
No chick is just
Well, listen,
staring at nipples.
We're gonna try and capitalize on the gaze.
We got a month.
We're
That
not,
seemed like a target of some kind. I didn't
Yeah.
love it out of your mouth.
We're gonna sell our bodies to them.
Okay, I'm
We're not gonna kill them.
I am all for
Chill,
selling-
dude.
I'm all for
Fuck is
selling-
your brain
I don't know.
thinking
When you
about?
say the gaze, it
I'm-
sounds derogatory.
I'm trying to sell my feet to them.
Okay. I'll sell whatever they want, man. I just want to make $30K this month. That's all. That's it. It's not that bad much to ask.
30K?
$30K, dude. For fucking like showing I send nasty shit to people for free all the time. Maybe not all the time.
Start an OnlyFans page. No face. Could you? You know, you're a person who's been on OnlyFans. Do you need to have your face in it, or can
You
you,
don't
have
need
like
to
an
have
anonymous?
anything.
Can
I
you be
know-
anonymous? Huge Italian nipples, man.
Sure. I think Cuomo did that. Nice. No, for real. Yeah, you could be anonymous, huge Italian nipples, man. I was in a conversation with somebody today, by the way. I'll have both of you know that I had sent this long running joke because I sent like a shirtless fucking snap of me like on a run or some shit a while back. And this girl, I was talking to her today who I had sent the snap to, and she was like calling me a whore, and we were like joking around. And she told me, I was like, what do you have against my nipples, bro? Like, I was joking with her, and she goes, they're just too small and honestly off-putting. Like, she was messing with me, and I was like, wait a second. No one's ever said they're small in my whole life.
Yeah.
Never heard that in my once.
You do have your areolas are small,
Yeah, I don't have a large diameter.
right?
It's just they're very in your
Pointy.
face. Right.
I think those are $30,000 nipples, man.
We shall find out.
So how'd the date go?
Date was fun. Date
yeah.
was a good time. I will say though, before my date got there, I got there early to make sure I can get a seat at the bar because I was just not trying to deal with that. And the bartender was a smoke show, like 50-year-old Puerto Rican girl from LA. She was old and like had a fake ass and was just she was beautiful. She really was gorgeous. So I'm talking to this woman, both waiting for my date to show up. And we just started like talking. Like, I was the only one in the bar. Like, we're bullshitting. She's like giving me drinks or whatever. And so I told her that I was waiting for a date or whatever. The girl shows up, and she was like picking up on an energy from the bartender that like she was kind of into me, which I honestly was picking up on while before. That's why I had told her I was like,
She was
I'm
side-flirting
waiting
with
for
you?
a date. Wait for it. So I told her. That's why I had disclosed that I was waiting for somebody because like I felt what was going on a little bit. Like I felt it.
Right.
So
I'm
I
sure
told
you
her-
weren't partaking at all.
Not really. I was kind of nervous for the date. You know, it was kind of hard to think about everything at one time. I wasn't like putting on my moves. I was just like trying to survive.
Right. Okay.
So the girl shows up. We're chilling for a little bit. She orders a drink. She's like almost finished with her drink. I'm now on my second very strong, like basically tequila on the rocks is what I was drinking. It was very strong. So I kept having the same drink. So the bartender just walks over. I'm 2 sips into my drink. Hands me another one. Doesn't even look at the girl I'm with. Doesn't give her a drink. Her drink is empty.
Sounds like a Puerto Rican.
So the girl was just like, huh, that seemed a little bit cunty. And I was like, yeah, that was a little weird. But I remembered a very specific detail that the bartender had told me. And the bartender, we got pretty deep into her life somehow before my date got there. And she had told me that she was married once before and is now abstinent. She practices abstinence. She hasn't had sex since her marriage.
Wow.
She doesn't have sex. She was telling me that because...
She told you that?
She told me that because...
Dude.
She was talking about...
You've had a wild week.
I told you I had a wild week. You left me alone for fucking 7 days, man. What did you think was going to happen? I had no leash. You were gone.
I'm your leash?
You're my leash.
What the hell?
I love you. You're my leash. I need you to keep me in fucking check, man. I was just throwing, there's celibate here, there's this here, there's fucking OnlyFans here. I was fucking all over the place this week. So she was telling me that she moved to Long Beach, and she's like, I can't really make a lot of friends because like all the guys in this town just want to fuck, and I don't have sex, and like, so that's how it came up. So this girl is pissed now at this bartender, and she's like looking, like staring at her. She's like pissed, just like, you know, on principle. Then the fucking bartender walks over with 2 shots and hands us 2 shots. And in my head, I'm like, oh, nice, cool. She goes, wow, I'm surprised I got one, right to her face. And I was just like,
Jesus.
Oh no. But like, it was warranted. It was a little bit, but like, I didn't think she'd actually say it. I knew she was thinking it. Like,
Sure.
For sure.
It's like word vomit. Couldn't
Definitely.
believe she said it.
Could not believe she said it. So I was sweating. You know me. I'm sweating just telling the story. Like, I was soaking wet. But the date was a good time. Girl was super cool. And yeah, she was cool. It was fun.
That's funny.
But yeah, it was an entertaining little night there for sure.
Wow.
30 grand.
I
30
think
fucking
that's something to think about there. I don't know if I want to let this 1 month of OnlyFans. We have a deadline, you know?
I think it's October 1st?
So we only got a month. I'm saying like put up 20 nipple pics
Yeah.
and let's just see what happens.
I'll tell you
I'll
this.
do the shoot.
Yeah.
I'll do the shoot.
I'm down to get naked in front of my guy.
Dude, I've seen it all.
Yeah, I know. That's why
I've
down.
seen you crack the sack.
Have you seen my crack?
Definitely. Crack 2 sack though, I don't know if I've ever seen your like taint.
I don't know if
probably.
you've seen my butthole. Have you seen my butthole?
Who shaved your ass that one time?
No, it wasn't my ass.
You guys know we're live, right?
Yeah. No, this is why the Fire Island outdoor shower got weird one time.
Outdoor showers on Fire Island got notoriously weird.
So
I think we
also-
cleaned each other.
I
I think there was someone who was like we didn't actually, but like I'm pretty sure we were just like ass naked outdoor showering, and we came back in, and Jamie T was like, "Was I interrupting something there? What was
Oh, yo, you're talking about it. I was talking about my old house.
Right. I'm just saying
You're
in
talking
general,
about the pirate
all those
house.
outdoor
Yeah,
showers got pretty dicey.
that definitely happened.
Yeah.
At the pirate house. We were also wasted.
Yeah.
Shit got weird. No, but there was one time, I don't want to say this, but now it's already happening.
You don't have to use the name.
I feel like it's important that I do. No, I won't. There was my 2 guy friends, and like when you're dudes going through, like when you're in high school, it's like the prime of like bro companionship. Like you're just very
Companionship.
I just make that up.
Yeah, I like it.
What's up? It's like very much male camaraderie. And what had happened was I think we were like, I don't know, we were on the beach or something. We came back from the beach and there was one outdoor shower. Everybody wanted to use the outdoor shower. So we're like, fuck it. We've all seen a dick before. We'll just take a shower. So we go to take a shower, and one of the kids that I was with had a hairy ass. And he was like, bro, I don't know how to shave my ass. I was like, okay. And he was just like, you guys should just do it. Like, just do it for me. And fucking we shaved this kid's ass.
Were you
in the
guys
shower.
drunk or like 16? And
I didn't
sober?
even drink yet. We were sober as an ox.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Is that bro companionship or gay?
That was gay. No, that was gay.
We did. We towed that.
But there is a line.
We absolutely towed the line of
Yeah.
doing gay stuff, but not being gay.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gay, so like, of course, no matter what we do,
We were
we're
good
on
at towing that line.
So that's yeah.
I've
Like,
kissed many a men on the mouth.
I feel like is that crossing the line for you?
Oh, it's just my European side.
Like, if you one day, like, could you ever just say, yeah, I've sucked like a dick and like a couple dicks, and,
Right.
like, man, I've sucked like a bunch of dicks. Like, where does the
line?
Where does it like?
Right. If I told that dude who called me a faggot 2 weeks ago that
Right.
I kissed the guy before, he'd be like, "You're a faggot."
Yeah, right. He would.
But I'm like, "You're weird for calling me that."
I would agree with both.
Straight as an
I would
arrow.
agree with you. Yeah, he is weird for calling you that. But like, my question is this: I hope everybody listening. I can't believe people are listening, but I hope everybody listening knows that like being gay ain't no choice. You are who you are, right? We're all on the same page with that. So in the spirit of that, you are who you are. If you are 100% straight, but just for like, I don't know, let's just say for argument's sake, you are bored and you just like say fuck it and you just start like blowing dudes for like a good time for not even a sexual reason. It's weird. Where's the line there? You see what I'm saying with the line?
Right.
Like, not that would ever happen.
I feel like,
But I'm just trying to figure
I feel
out
like
where
if
the
you
line-
kiss a friend, it's like you're kissing a friend.
Right.
But if you put a dick in your mouth,
You put a dick in your mouth,
Right.
right? I'm in that camp too.
yeah.
Did you
Not-
need a clarification on that one?
No, but we were talking
I've
about
also,
the
like,
line, and
I've
I'm like,
never
me and
made
Dylan
out-
have been on that
You
line.
didn't know that dick in the mouth was a line.
Well, listen.
Well, that's why I made
How
it
about
very
this
clear
one?
to say
Listen,
you're
I've
not
kissed
gay.
my
though.
friends. I've never like hooked up with them.
Right. That's a good point.
So what if you just peck a penis?
Right.
That's still pretty weird.
That's weird, but that might be worse. That's not better. It's not better.
It's not better.
Yeah, I'm sorry I posed the question. I was just
Hey, listen, it was there.
listen.
Sometimes you got to sort through these things.
Yeah.
That was really fucking weird.
See, there's something weird about you.
I don't think so.
Well then, anywho, what's up with you, man? What you got going on?
So we'll talk about this. I feel like this will be an interesting lead into the crazy things happening in the world today. But you know my psycho neighbor, Faye.
Faye.
And remember when I said that we watched the 9/11 movie,
Yeah, and she was
and then the
putting that
next
shit
day
up.
the thing was on, like, for the first time ever, there was like something plastered in like the main hallway that like 9/11 was fake.
Yeah, the
Remember I
11
11
remarkable
facts about
9/11.
9/11. And that was the next day, and it had never happened before. I have seen, what do you think that was, 2 months ago?
Probably about that.
Since then, I shit you not, Faye has been in a 9/11 was a fake thing t-shirt since that day.
Well, the anniversary's coming up.
I
She's
know.
prepping.
Okay, maybe. Maybe she's prepping for her she has a big outing, you know?
Oh, I hate that thought of it.
Right.
A
But this is
9/11
another thought I
outing.
had. She's always complaining that we're making too much noise. And, you know, maybe the TV maybe there is noise coming from our apartment going down there sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we're playing loud music and she knocks on the door. She's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, those times it's fine.
So what if my movie watching of this 9/11 movie triggered Faye into this, like, 9/11
Spiral.
and she can't get out of it?
Because
Because
what
it's
have you done? You murdered her. It's over.
like
now.
I saw her a week ago walking around 9/11 like we were in the back, it said like 9/11 is fake, like in big fucking letters.
She wore that in public?
She walks around
in New York
Upper
City?
East Side. I saw her in the Dwayne Reed today. She's been wearing the same shirt for 2 months.
Listen, as someone who wears crazy shit, cool. But no.
Yeah.
You can believe that. You can't wear that in New York City, dude.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
She does it. No one would. She looks nuts. This
I've never
lady.
seen her face. I've
Have
only
you
seen
not?
her like feet. Yeah. Because like I'll explain why. No, because anytime I'm there and she knocks on the door, you go to let her in, or you don't even live near her anymore. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, we're
But-
ditching her ass.
Right. You go to let her in, and you're 8 feet taller than her, so I don't see her face. I just see her weird ass feet underneath.
She
your
looks
feet.
like a wrinkly, old, dusty piece of shit. That's how I would describe her.
Okay.
Her hair is as if you like reached under your like couch and pulled out like a dust ball and then like
Dust bunnies?
supersized it and slapped it on her head.
Dust bunnies.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Rugrats episode with Dust Bunnies?
No.
Never mind, but it was a good one. Yeah, so her hair's like dust bunnies.
Yeah.
She's a wrinkly old bitch.
Yeah.
Did we say?
She's a bitch, I would say. She's woken me up at 2:30 in the morning thinking I'm making noise.
Yeah, she's definitely a bitch.
Yeah.
And crazy.
She's crazy. I think she's more crazy than a bitch.
She's a little bit of both.
Yeah. But part of me wants to, like, I've at times, because in my PT-ness, I've met some full-blown psychopaths, and I still feel like I'm able to, like, connect with them.
Okay.
You know what I
Good
mean?
For you.
Where it's like, all right, you're nuts, but, like, I got to help you, so we got to find some common ground here to, like, work with. So with Faye, I'm like, I feel like there's still part of me that can, like, connect with this
Are
lady.
you looking for a breakthrough?
I'm looking for a breakthrough, and I think I saw her today, and I was really I was walking by her, and I was like very tempted to just stop in my tracks and be like, 9/11, let's talk about it.
I was just
And see what she says.
Bro, I was just gonna say, I was like, you know how you connect with her.
Yeah,
You just walk up, you say, that shit was fake as hell, right to her face, and you just immediately.
she invites me inside for tea.
and she shows you film, like she has a projector,
Oh,
and she
God.
shows you film on 9/11 conspiracies,
Yeah,
and then you die there because you're
Yeah.
never getting out.
but I'm leaving her. I'm leaving that building on Sunday.
I thought you left already.
Yeah, one more
Wow.
week.
Good for you.
End
man.
of an
Need
era.
a change.
Need a change.
End of an era for sure.
First New York City apartment. What a wash.
Yeah. Well, it's not your fault that a pandemic
of
happened.
course.
It's China's fault.
Listen, it's true.
Just kidding. But really.
But yeah,
Yeah.
China.
Right.
Right. Apartment 19. Moved there in 2019. COVID-19.
The law of threes. You should have been out months ago.
Yeah.
So what's this new apartment number?
4B.
That's a cool number.
Chill.
That's a cool number.
Can't see any issues going there.
And it's only, well, you're already on a 4th floor walk up, right?
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that.
This is
Also.
actually a 3-floor walk up though.
Dope.
Less of a.
Oh, yeah, one. Right.
But yeah, 9/11 kind of leads into Afghanistan. Should we talk about that?
We can definitely talk about it. I am baffled.
I'm baffled. I don't know what's
just-
going on.
I'm definitely
I don't have
baffled.
a take. I'm confused.
I have a take, but it's not necessarily educated. It's just a general, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
take.
yeah.
Like, what in the fuck are you doing?
The videos coming out from it are nuts.
It's also just crazy. The
plane
videos
video,
are nuts.
The plane video was fucking crazy to watch.
The thing that's crazy to me is how I've seen. I tried to explore Twitter on this topic just to see what people, because I know how I feel and I know how everybody I've talked to feels pretty much the same way that I do. But there are still people that like defend the whole thing on Twitter, and it blows. I'm like,
Dude, Kyle
how?
Kalinske.
He defends it.
Dude, he's like hardcore. Like Biden pulled the right move, and I
Dude,
was like,
nobody.
He
is
said
arguing,
he's like I'm literally I can't because he didn't like Biden,
Yeah, he hates Biden.
but he said he's like I'm becoming like a Biden bro.
He's an idiot. Like, that's insanity. He is an idiot. Like, nobody's arguing with getting out of Afghanistan.
Right.
It's how you got out of Afghanistan.
It
There's
could've-
there's people in there right now.
it definitely could have gone better.
Definitely.
You
Joe
could have
Biden
gotten the citizens out first.
Dude, there's
Yeah,
Americans
can we
getting like
break this
beaten
down?
and
What do you guys
shit.
know? Because I know you guys know shit that I don't know.
There's Americans.
There's been Fox
there's
News
how
just
many? Like,
fucking running through this house all week. I want to know shit.
well, there's thousands of Americans still in Kabul. There's hundreds of
Troops?
thousands. No, citizens. Is it troops? No.
Well, they sent about 2,000 back there. Well, what, you don't know nothing?
Well, I'm not.
I just-
I don't know who populates.
I feel like,
the,
Frankie, you know
the
facts.
American population in Kabul. I'm sure.
Frankie
it's-
knows facts.
Yeah, but
Right.
like, what do you want? Like a timeline of the whole thing? Like what happened?
9/11.
No. Who's left in Kabul? Who's left in Kabul?
A lot of
Citizens.
of citizens. So basically, what's going on right now is,
Right.
they don't even know specifically. They didn't even have a list of exactly how many people took out visas to go to Afghanistan that are United States citizens. How many people are there with passports? Like they never had like a centralized list. Meanwhile, they have like every Trump supporter's fucking text messages probably up on like a fucking list.
Yeah,
It's like,
Frankie's on
how
a
did they-
no-fly list.
Exactly. I probably can't fly. Probably. But
You just try to go to Kabul right now, bro. No shot. No fucking shot you're getting there.
But so yeah, basically they are all there, and a lot of them basically they're just telling everyone, like the government is saying, just get to the airport. But it's like women can't just go out and like go to the airport. It's like if they get stopped, like there's a lot of reporting going on right now of people just getting shot because they find them they worked with the Americans or people are just getting destroyed right now. So they're like, people are like hiding in hotels and shit.
And also,
Like,
when they get to the
basically getting
airport, it's barricaded
emails.
and
Yeah,
shit.
they're getting all these emails like, get to the airport, and then like, we'll take you back. And it's like, we can't just
How can you
get
get there?
there. Right. So that's what's like going on right now. They're just trying to get everyone there, but they don't even know how many people are actually there right now.
Good.
It just seems
Sounds like it could have gone better.
They told the
Yeah,
state,
like,
the
it's-
the State Department told like all the people to email the State Department if they are in Afghanistan right now, and people are sending back like they're emailing them and they're getting like the send back because their inbox is full. The State Department. It's like these people in Afghanistan are getting no response. They're not even getting their email sent back. Like they can't get contact.
First of all, I'm confused. Not that there's anything wrong with Afghanistan, but why is such a high volume of American citizens just like getting visas to go to Afghanistan?
Well, they might have family there, and people need translators, and there's a lot of things that need to be done there.
Okay, that's a good answer.
But,
That was a good answer.
And
you know,
and
I guess
people's
there's not like
families-
millions. There's probably like
Oh, there's like thousands.
But then it's their whole families and move out there. You know what I'm saying? Like people's
Right.
people are there with their families. Like they might be employed.
Right. It would have been maybe a cool move to give them a heads up that America was going to just like skedaddle from the capital and like let the Taliban take it over. That's the craziest thing is that they
Yeah.
within 24 hours the Taliban was like murdering people in the street and they were back. That's insanity.
I listened to Scholes had on like a journalist that is on the ground in Afghanistan, and he said
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about before. Maybe not the same guy, but
probably,
maybe the same guy.
and that guy said that like I'm pretty sure the Taliban had like taken over a lot of places already,
Right. That American troops weren't in.
but it was, yeah, I guess so, but it was like a lot of. He said a statistic that like 99% of Afghanistan, like it's so remote that 99% of people in Afghanistan that are like from the country didn't know 9/11 happened. And then
Well, I feel like that's not that surprising, honestly.
I
Like-
guess so.
Because you're in a war, but you might not know why. Because like the shit happened on our
That's
soil.
crazy.
Their
I
lives are like
guess.
so different. Like
So
a
different.
lot of soldiers have been talking about like just what they even had to do, and it's like they knew. Just people coming out saying like they knew this democracy thing was never going to work there. It's like their jobs were basically being like the police officers to like these
Yeah.
kids, these people, because they're so barbaric in their nature. Like people, like one guy was saying that they had to respond to a call where they dipped their kid in boiling water like from the waist down because they said that there was like an evil spirit in it. They had to like get rid of.
Oh my lord.
It was like shit like that goes on all the time. It's like they're so, their life. They probably don't know anything about 9/11. Yeah,
Third world.
It is pretty crazy.
Damn.
That, like,
That's weird. We were there.
I have a question.
I have so many.
Well, this is a pretty general question. Do we like? Have you listened to the Joe Rogan episode with the North Korean chick?
50%.
Okay, so she meant like within that they kind of talk about how like what we live in, like this freedom thing and democracy and stuff, is like the minority of the world. Like we're an exception. So do we think it's like more? There's more of this in the world, or more of that?
Wait, I think it's more of that.
That's pretty wild
that's
to
a
think
fact.
about. That's crazy to think about. That there's more like third world, like barbaric type living still in the 21st century than like what we're doing. And we bitch about things. I have a therapist.
First world problem.
Like, yeah.
We got to get to that.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
You know
first
what I
world
mean?
problems,
It's
third
weird.
world
It's
problems.
very
Especially in
disorienting.
COVID times when like you're so stressed out. You know, when people are like, "Oh, the children are starving," like it was just like, "Oh, people are starving in Africa." I'm like, I haven't really been thinking about the kids starving in Africa. Dad's been thinking of just his own well-being right now because I'm freaking out. But then you think about the kids in Africa, and you're like, "Fuck."
Right. Afghanistan's in Africa,
Right.
right? Or Asia.
Fuck.
I think it's Africa.
Asia.
It might be Asia. Fuck me. I'm a bad at
Frankie?
this shit.
Where is it?
This
at?
is why
I think
people
Afga-
comment on our YouTube shit. They're like, you guys are fucking stupid.
We are stupid. That's
I
why we're
know.
not coming up with takes. We're just posing questions and
Right.
ideas.
Right.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. Like, if you asked me 10 years ago why, like, we've been at war in Afghanistan for 20 years and it, like, we've lost.
Isn't that
We lost 2 days ago. That's history. Like,
That
where
doesn't
were
make
you? I was
sense.
I was in fucking
I-
Martha's Vineyard, dude, zipping around on my moped like a little fucker.
Well, I'd say,
we
like-
lost to the Taliban, dude.
Isn't that weird?
You were
to say
hanging out
out
with
loud?
a foot fetish bitch.
No, she doesn't have the fetish. She succumbs to him.
Well, well, you said like we lost, but the thing is, like the mission changed so much since they got in. You know,
Right.
like when they first went in, they're like, we're going in for fucking terrorists.
Right,
You know, to get rid of the Taliban.
right.
But then it changed into okay, we're gonna help this civilization become like a democracy.
Right, but haven't we done that? You tell
It
me all
obviously
the
wasn't
time.
gonna work.
Through the
Well, wait.
guise of democracy, we just go in there and deplete them for their resources. I learned that from producer Frankie.
Right. So
Globalism,
that's
baby.
Right. So that's what I was.
Learn that right here.
There's another question I wanted to ask, where it's like, wait, okay, we say
Am I
we're
wrong?
Nope.
we say we're bringing democracy to them, but really, are we?
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
That's not what we were really doing, right?
Didn't we try and do that in like Ukraine? And like we like destroyed the country and turned it into like a failed state.
Sure.
Like, don't we do that? Aren't we? Didn't you tell me that we're like when Britain was like the global superpower of the world, they would like go in and fucking be like imperialists and like work on the. I'm like, aren't we doing that to these people, policing them
For sure.
in
That's what
Afghanistan?
makes the world go round.
We literally went to Afghanistan.
You're putting all my lessons together. I'm so fucking proud of you.
Frankie's
I've been
smiling.
listening over here, dude, and when I'm sitting here and I'm like, wait, you gotta fucking repeat that one more time? It's because I've never heard of it before. Okay? But
No,
dude,
yeah,
like, we did, I'm pretty sure we declared that we lost to the Taliban. That's a fact.
I don't know if we declared a loss, but
pretty sure
us pulling out of Afghanistan
And
is a L. That's us losing the war. Yeah.
and them taking over again.
Right.
So Taliban was in control. We went in there for 20 years, democratized it up, and then we're just like,
And
deuces.
Then, bro, and then you got the leaders of the Taliban on like fucking camera being like making fun of making fun of us like with free speech and shit about you heard they were like joking about
Facebook.
us about Facebook censoring our shit.
He's like, you talk about us with our free speech. How about you talking to Facebook, like banning your president? Like, it's like,
Yeah, bro.
it's fucking hilarious.
Straight up, they're like fucking. We're bitches over here. We suck. We suck.
I should have put the accent on.
I was gonna stop you immediately.
I kind of was here for it. I had a joke. It sounded like Boris's barbershop.
You want to get a line up, a little shave up?
Shit.
That's funny.
Um,
But yeah, it's crazy over there, bro.
it's crazy, dude.
It's insane.
That plane thing, like it. You
you know, there's been some good.
dude.
what?
You
Wait,
think?
you know what I just heard right before you guys got on? This is not funny. I don't know why I laughed. We'll try again. There was a guy who helped with like the intelligence community who, knows a bunch of reporters and whatever. And he's Afghani, but, works with the American government. And the Taliban got him and took his phone and recorded them executing him and sent it to a U.S. intelligence officer, texted it from his phone. And they were just reporting that on TV.
I have a question.
Damn.
Also, you saw the videos of like them like holding a fucking bazooka up to like a family in front of their home and just being like, "Get the fuck out!" They were just holding a bazooka like it was nothing. Like it was like, no. How is that going?
gotta
How-
watch Fox News to
we
get that
weren't
shit.
able to stop that. Like these Looney Tunes that are over there with like.
Apparently not, dude. They
What
took
the
over.
I feel like we just stopped trying though.
Do I have
Like
it?
we pulled out. We were just like policing the state. We didn't even. We
I
couldn't
mean,
get.
that was the first time I heard of the police in the state. But the thing that I heard was like Joe Biden said, like, "Oh well, we train these Afghan military people, and if they don't want to fight for their country, then like fuck them." That was
Okay.
like a take that that's what he said, pretty much. He said, "quote fuck them."
I would actually respect him a little bit if he said fuck. 'em.
But he did say that. It was like we train them. But then I've been hearing online that like I heard from that journalist on the Shoals podcast that the Afghani army was like, we weren't giving them resources, like they weren't getting paid, they weren't getting fed. So it was like they were just like they didn't have any pride to like fight for the country because like they were just like not getting resources.
Right.
So
That
he was
makes
like,
sense.
we gave him resources, but it was like, I don't think we were giving
But we
him
weren't.
resources.
Yeah. That sounds like something an American president would say about
Fuck,
that war over there. That sounds about right.
It's tough to make sense of all this because it's like, I mean, we're 28, so and 9/11.
We were fucking 8. It was
We're
20
8. It
years
was
ago.
9/11, legit. and now it's 20 years later, 2021, and then we pulled out of this war and the war's over, and it's like, you don't think when you're fucking in war when you're, you know what I mean? When
Right.
you're over here.
Right.
And now it's like ended. It's
Thank
like,
God.
wait, we got 20 years of shit we got to catch up on.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was oil, but it was like democracy, and it was
Weapons of mass destruction, the whole fucking thing.
It's like, didn't
Yo,
the Bushes do it? Like, I don't
right. Yo, it's also hard to watch. Like Biden goes on TV, he'll do like an interview and he'll answer questions abysmally, and he actually got like a lot of pushback in a lot of those interviews. But then he'll like do a press conference, which I wouldn't even really call a press conference. He'll go up, he'll talk for like 10, 15 minutes, and then just bounce.
Right.
Like doesn't answer one
I think those are like
question.
the addresses the nation.
Bruh, you just made a really ridiculous move. You gotta answer some fucking questions. It's like, it's unreal. You just turn around, you're like, beep, and you just walk away.
And then
Dude,
you swipe next on your Instagram, and it's like the kid falling
Bro, could-
off the fucking
could
plane.
you
And
imagine?
you're like, what?
Could you imagine if Trump did this and then just was like, peace, and didn't answer any questions?
know. This is
He'd
a
be
national
hung.
security
Yeah.
threat.
He
He's
would
gotta
be
go.
he would be impeached again.
Right.
He would have been. There would have been 4 impeachments or 3, whatever the fuck. He would have been impeached twice already this week. Like crazy shit. Like what the fuck is going on? I can't watch anymore. I can't listen to him talk. I really can't.
I mean,
It's
you got to
crazy.
keep watching because, like, where are we going, dude?
dude, I was listening to.
It's just like bad. It's just like right when you think it can't get worse, I'm like, wait, what's happening on Twitter? Like, what is like Afghanistan has been the main news on Twitter since it happened. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's like the main fucking.
It's still, dude. There's honestly been some really good content. Honestly, it's some like funny content about it too. Like there really has. It's like,
Did you see Christian Hans?
bro, it got removed.
Got removed.
That was one of the funniest things he's ever made.
Yeah, that was.
That shit. Oh my god, can we talk about that dickbag fucking TikToker in the White House? Did you see that?
No.
Oh my god, you got to play it for Dylan,
I got you.
dude. Jen Psaki and was it just Jen Psaki? Biden wasn't in it, right? Jen Psaki and this TikTok. You're gonna recognize the kid, or I did at least. The TikToker kid. It's like a 21-year-old like TikToker. He's this. I believe he's gay. He's this like very like flamboyant personality kid, and he was in the White House, like did like a teamed up, corny ass like White House intern video with Jen Psaki in the White. Bro, it was like to get people to get vaccinated. It was brutal.
There.
And that's what Christian Hahn was
Whoever
making fun
is
of.
in charge of the. Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, like a
Parodying
satire.
that.
Yeah, he was parodying that.
Oh, I was wondering. Honestly, I was like, this is some creative ass shit.
No, it was still creative, but he was immediately making fun of that. You know that kid?
Oh, I saw this videos, but I didn't click it.
Oh, it's fucking brutal, bro.
See, what I don't get is who's on the White House content team that is pairing Fauci up with Olivia Rodrigo? Is that the girl who's the...
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no. Oh, I don't even know that song. What's that song? I don't even know what's about to start singing.
driver's license. That one.
Uh,
You said I love you. Now I drive alone past your street. That girl. That's the one. That's her. I just sugged the fuck out of that.
that one. Her and Fauci did
Oh, no,
like
you
a
said forever.
like
Whatever,
a
close
cute
enough.
little cutesy like why you should get vaccinated. I'm like, yo,
Right.
do you fuckers not realize that the only people not vaccinated are gonna watch this and be like, eat a dick? What are you doing?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And
Speaking
then,
of
honestly,
vaccine, Trump was got
like
booed.
It,
see that?
it wasn't that bad though.
I didn't watch it.
I
I
saw
just-
the.
See you, Daddy. Bye.
Hi, my name is Cooper, and this is a day in my life as a White House intern.
We did a joke. Hey, everyone. Vogue.
Usually, I start off with a big coffee. Sorry, they're like really strict in here.
Hey, Jenny. I booked you a nail appointment, love.
Yeah, I didn't tell you to do that.
It's called Initiative. Hi, White House. This is Cooper. I don't think so. Oh, doesn't matter.
This is
Yeah,
actually
just
the
get
entrance
this
to
out
the
of
West
here.
Wing.
I can't. I just can't. That's bananas to me. That's insane.
I mean, I don't. If it's just a tour by this kid, I don't really mind. But if it's in like,
it's just-
if it
isn't
was
it
dropped the
weird?
same day as like we pulled out of Afghanistan, that's weird content.
No, it was before. But
Okay.
isn't that odd that kid's just like in the White House though? Like
They're
making
trying to-
content in the White House?
I don't think it's that weird.
I think it's weird.
Is he famous?
He's a TikToker. He's a famous like TikToker. It's not like fucking Justin Bieber there.
I think they're trying to. I'm telling you, it's the same thing with Olivia Rodrigo. Who's ever in charge of them, they're trying to make them like cool to young people and shit.
Well, they're trying to get somebody to get vaccinated. But like you said, like that,
that a
kid's
vaccine
audience,
thing?
that's what it ended up being. Yeah.
Oh.
But that
How'd it
kid's
make you feel?
audience,
Swing you?
angry. No. Like that kid's audience isn't probably the audience that's
They're
not
already
getting
vaccinated.
Right. That like to your point.
Yeah.
Just makes no sense to me. It's bananas. It's bananas.
But so Trump
Oh,
didn't
wait.
get booed that much?
No, so I saw the headline. I thought it was gonna be
just-
so much worse, and I listened to it. I couldn't really. The boos were very light if they were there. Like maybe I watched the wrong video. I don't think I did.
I didn't watch the video. I just saw it.
Yeah, but it wasn't that bad. But yeah, he said to get vaccinated. I have no problem with people saying to get vaccinated. I just don't want to be forced to get vaccinated. That's nuts. Just makes no sense. Did you see the first of all
Or the inability to just like have the conversation about like why, like your reasons are like kind of valid.
I know that.
And then if they're just like, well, fuck you, man.
Dude, it
my
makes no sense.
parents died. And then it's just like,
And how am I supposed to respond to that
sorry.
normally? Right.
but like my points are still valid.
My points still aren't wrong. That sucks for you though. Like I'm sorry, but like so the Pfizer vaccine got approved by the FDA today.
Yeah.
Dope, awesome. I still don't want to get it though. Like, it's not my problem with it. It's not the FDA approval like that. That's not my problem with it. My problem with it is so many other things. Like there's so many other problems I have with it.
Right.
Like the fucking that there's like 9 different medicines you could take for COVID. All these other things are my problems. Has nothing to do with the safety of the vaccine, which is still weird. Like it has nothing to do with that. So that's dope that the vaccine was FDA approved. I ain't gonna get it though. I'm not. I'm dead ass. Dude, after I watched that video of the Pfizer VP, I may never get a vaccine for the rest of my
Yeah,
life.
Joe honestly kept texting me shit. I'm like, bro,
I texted you one thing.
You texted me a couple things.
I texted you that one video, and did it fuck your shit up? Yeah?
Did it fuck my shit up?
Yeah, it did.
It did, but it didn't because it's
Why
already
not?
inside me, bro. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
so you're trying to deny the fucking... You don't want to feel that.
but it already happened.
Right.
So what do we think? Do you think that my kids are going to be
No.
have 6 heads?
No.
They're going to be, I think they're going to be freak athletes.
No, but that's not the point of...
I think they're whatever you
That's they
think
can
about.
fly.
Yeah, I think they
Right.
will.
They should.
They're going to be 200 feet tall.
But again, that's not the part of it that tweaked me. Because obviously you could see mad people get it and they're fine. That's not my problem. My problem is forcing people to get a vaccine when there's other medication that could prevent and cure you of this virus is insane and makes no sense. And those drugs are all FDA approved and all like very commonly used and have like very minimal side effects. So it like makes no sense to mandate a vaccine that isn't really necessary. That's my problem with the vaccine shit. Like the safety of it, cool. It's FDA approved. Must be safe. Still don't want to get it. Shouldn't be forced to get it. Does that make valid sense?
I think so.
I agree.
I'm kind of with you. I just had a patient of mine who told me, he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I couldn't come see you because I got COVID." I was like, "Shit, are you all right?" And he was like, "Yeah, like I have the vaccine, so like it was, just the flu, like that's what it felt like." But we started talking about like breakthrough infections, and he's a security guard at a college in the city, and he's like 10 of my like 15 team members got COVID, and all of us are vaccinated.
Right.
So these rare goes back.
also
the rare
another-
breakthroughs are.
Another weird thing with the rare breakthroughs, because I was reading an article about the FDA approval, and the FDA, I think it was the FDA, in their approval, like in their trials, said that it's 91% effective at preventing infection. At this point, like remember originally they think they said like 95, 96, something like that. Now they said 91. There's no way if just that one sample alone. And then the 7 Yankees, like all these different, like, is that possible that it's 91%? That seems
All
like
these things
strong.
that are popping up are just the 9%.
Right, that's the 9%. And I'm hearing it every day of different 9%. Like that's
I don't get it though, bro. Why are they trying to? Why is it control? Like I get it, but I don't get it. Like why are they trying to control us? Like what is that?
I don't
you
know.
with the vaccine, and it's like, oh, it's a control thing. Like what are they trying to control?
I don't know if I've ever been the one that. Has
But
said
even that
but like,
argument, like what is that?
I I don't know, dude.
Like, what is that?
I mean, there's a lot of opinions about it. I don't really know what I believe about it, but the opinions about it are like that it's just trying to get people to do what you say, not ask questions, and just listen to the government, become dependent on the government, and like not ask questions. And like all the people that just listen, that's what they're like they're just convincing you to kind of just go with it. I don't know. I listened to Joe Rogan go on a huge rant about it. I'm honestly not having a very easy time putting it into my own words because I don't really know. I don't know. I don't really know that argument that well. But that's what it's. I mean, it's a lot of people bring the fucking whole communist thing into that argument. Like, I don't. I'm not a
like if Trump was president, do you think more people would be inclined to get the vaccine since like more Trump people don't get the vaccine?
Well, I think if Trump was president, it might not have been like it was politicized in the beginning by like the left because they were like, don't trust the vaccine. And then it was like flopped. You wouldn't have had the flop. So maybe, you know what I mean? Because it would have just been Trump and then Trump. So maybe, but I don't know. I think maybe more like Republicans would have gotten it.
Yeah.
You know, I would say because, and I would have loved to see
where's the line there?
I think like, I kind of noticed while Trump was at the end of his presidency and shit, like that was when you realize like, I forgot you had a little tattoo there. That's when I realized like, the big pharma is just the most powerful entity in the world. Like just because it was so like, what's her name? Kamala Harris. She was like, like if Trump's going to have it, like, I'm not going to take it. And then like 2 seconds later, she's like, like I didn't mean it like that. I was like, oh shit. Like anything that goes against the big pharma. So like, that's what I feel. I just feel that way. I don't know.
More fuck
I
big
do
pharma.
think big pharma.
I just feel like big pharma has like the complete and total, like Trump has no choice but to say what he's got to say. Like anyone has to just fall in line. I feel like.
I mean, they lobby for the.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you guys are talking about very valid stories about problems with the vaccine. Not one cable network, including Fox News, talks about that, unless it's like Tucker or Hannity, like late night. Like, real news doesn't broadcast these facts that you guys are talking about. So It's like they're just so powerful. It's like no fucking political figure is going to be able to get.
Well, that's another thing that this ex-VP of Pfizer was kind of saying that was like alarming was. A lot of the reason that he's against the vaccine is because in order for a vaccine to be an emergency, to get something to be an emergency use, whatever, you have to have no other like medication. It has to be an emergency. And then what was the other one? It was like that was the one that I wanted to talk about. And it just fleeted out of my brain. Fuck.
I don't know.
I lost it. Shit.
Well, what I was gonna say was, like in Florida right now, burning ?
Yeah, I just saw another thing about Florida with huge COVID numbers, and I have not.
And I saw that some doctors walked out in protest of like treating COVID.
It looked so staged.
I just saw somebody saying
just
it looked
doctor
staged.
on
I
all
haven't
their
seen.
Scrubs. It's like, what do you mean?
I haven't seen. I just saw that today. Also, I haven't read anything into it. I'm curious, but why did they walk out? They wouldn't treat the unvaccinated people. That's what I saw.
I think they're like getting sick of it.
They're getting sick of treating unvaccinated people.
Well, if it's like the hospital keeps surging
that's
and
your
surging.
job, man.
But if I think to make their argument, like if because the vaccine is like does prevent hospitalizations,
right,
in a more effective way than not getting. I would say I think the most significant statistic of the vaccine, like breakthrough infections are fucking weird, but I think that breakthrough infections are not 90%. I think it's less. But I do think it prevents death a lot. Mm-hmm. So then, like, if you're not getting it and you keep going to the hospital, and it's just like you keep seeing death for the past, like, year and a half. And it's like these people just continue to not. And then where are those other drugs?
What? That's what a lot of people that I've listened to are concerned about. Like, the fact that there are other drugs that are able to treat this thing, but they're not being administered. Like, hydroxychloroquine was one of them. That actually ended up, remember the whole fucking thing. It came back and they were like, oh, it does work. Then there was the ivermectin, I think was the other one.
Honestly,
like there was like 4 or 5 of them.
All these things. And then I saw the other day that, I think like people are trying to get a hold of like ivermectin. They're like fucking ODing on it because they're just like taking it themselves or some shit.
Yeah, because like the doctor's not prescribing it or some shit probably. Like people are ODing on ivermectin.
And they're getting like because it's like an animal drug.
Is it an animal drug?
I don't know. These are.
I feel like we've had
blank.
a good 20 minutes of just really
Bullshit.
grasping at straws as far as facts go.
But I'll say like, my thing with the vaccine is like in Florida, I think it seems like there's a lot of cases.
I mean, I keep hearing this.
And if you're over 65 in Florida, shouldn't you just get the vaccine at this point?
100%. I think if you're over 65, you should get the vaccine.
Like if we were
period.
65, I would be like up your ass about getting
I would have
the
already
vaccine.
gotten it if I was 100%. I would never argue for the elderly community to not get it or like people with diabetes to not get it. I would never ever do that. I'm arguing against me getting it.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking get it. I'm fine right now for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. It just don't make no sense. That doesn't make sense to me. And the other crazy thing that was weird was what he was talking about with pregnant women. Like giving the vaccine to pregnant women. That's pretty weird.
Nobody has ever given any vaccine to any pregnant woman.
Yeah,
It's
like
not a
you
thing.
don't have a glass of wine when you're pregnant. Like why would you get like a experimental medication? Like as a doctor, like to give a pregnant woman like a vaccine, that just seems odd to me.
Right.
Just
Definitely.
seems, like you could wait. You're going to be all right.
Yeah.
You know, wait.
Wait.
Please. Why would you risk it?
Has there been COVID babies yet? Yeah, right.
How long has the vaccine been out? It's been out for 9 months or 8 months or so.
Wasn't it beginning of this year? 8 months.
Was it January?
So there's probably going to be some.
There's definitely COVID babies starting.
If the births come rolling through and everyone's fine,
Right.
we're good to go.
There we are.
Ready to rock and roll.
Right. It probably would have been maybe an educated decision to wait until like you knew what was going to happen before you started giving it to pregnant people, but we'll find out either way.
Right.
So that's cool.
Eventually you had to give it to a pregnant person.
Right. Eventually, right.
Or you could have just waited.
Unless the woman was like on death's door and she was like unwell and like she needed it, you know, she was very sickly pregnant. My mom was sickly pregnant. They probably would have made my mom get the vaccine and I would have 4 legs. Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
So me and Dylan have the same therapist,
Yeah.
and his name's Dr. And
Dr. John.
right,
You
Dr.
can say his
John.
first name.
Right, okay.
No clue what his last name is.
I can't even pronounce it.
And me either.
I can though, but I won't. So Dr. John.
I worked with Dr. John for a good while.
Right.
I found him to be very helpful. I recommended him to Joe. He found him to be very helpful.
And then there was a point where Dylan would kind of like, he'd be like, I think I'm good. Like, I don't need to do therapy. And then, like, he would kind of, like, back off a little bit. He would try to, you know, make it, you know, instead of weekly, it'd be, like, bi-weekly. Every other week he would go. And he would get pushback from Dr. John. He would always tell me, he'd be like, yeah, it was kind of weird. Like, he would kind of, like, it felt like he was trying to keep me on the hook and sell me or something.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it
oh,
did.
that's
It
interesting.
felt like I was trying to be like, I was feeling good. Like, he got me out of a hole. Like, he
Right.
really helped. He did his job.
Right.
And then I kept going. And I would start every session just be like, I don't really have anything to talk about. Like, I'm feeling really good. And then he would just be like, well, like, you know, what about, and I would just start like bringing up shit. And then by the end of the 45 minutes, I would just feel like dog shit because I talked about all the things that like hurt me most, but like I'm okay with now.
And now
I had
as-
made peace.
And now as Dylan's best friend, who was, when Dr. John wasn't there, I was Dr. John. When Dylan was telling me this shit, I was like, you know, maybe you're just not as good as you think you are. Stay with the therapist. Like, you seem like you're doing great. But then it got to the point where, like, no, like, whatever. It
I
seemed
went
like
down
there
to
was
every
something
other
wrong.
week. He would give me pushback and be like, are you sure? And then finally, mad weird. I kind of want to read the text, dude. It was like weird.
I have a weird text, too, that I can read. I hope he will never find this.
He definitely listens.
He definitely doesn't.
Wouldn't you listen to 2 of your fucking patients' podcasts if they were...
I mean, he probably would not need to hear my problems. He would just be like, you have problem. He would hear it and immediately know what to do.
Where is it? Well, it's terrible air now. I'm not going to be able to find this that quick. Fuck. Well, anyway.
Yeah, I can't
He
find...
basically was like, I was like, listen, I'm shutting it down, man. Like I've tried to break up with you on the phone before, and you like fucking wrote me back in. I'm doing it via text. I'm canceling this week. I'm canceling future appointments. Like, it's over. I'm feeling great. Thanks for your help. And he hit me back and was like, I really think that's a very poor choice. I don't think you're ready. I think this is a horrible decision. Like, all this shit. And I just fucking ghosted him because I'm like, would have been better if you were just like, cool. I'm glad you're feeling good. How about we set something up for 4 to 6 weeks from now just to check in, see how you're doing? I've been like, sure.
Right.
That sounds great. But instead, I was like, you're making me feel fucking weird right now, and I'm feeling really good. So fuck you, man. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And I haven't spoken to him since.
So that exact thing happened to me, except I know you're trying to look for the text. He left me a voicemail. I probably could find it, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it. He said, I remember pretty vividly what he said. He was like, I just think that you don't actually, like, I told him, I was like, yo, I can't talk this week because it was a money thing, bro. It's expensive. I got a
Therapy's
new
expensive,
apartment.
no doubt.
It's $200 a week, $800 a month. I got rent. I got bills. Every once in a while, I don't want to spend $800 in a month.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I told him that, and he was like, hold on. So this is his voicemail. Look how long this is.
Damn.
So he was like, I think there's a lot going on. In my professional opinion, it's not money. It's a matter of a lot of the issues we've been talking about. He was throwing my issues on me when I'm broke right now. Like, I was broke. I was like, bruh, I'm poor right now. I can't. So that had happened before. So and sometimes when I cancel on him, I'll cancel because I like don't want to pay that week or I'm feeling fine or I'm on vacation, whatever. He'll call me from a different phone. I get a phone number, some random number. I pick it up like an idiot, like a chump. And I'm like, hello? He's like, hey, it's Dr. John. I'm like, son, I got your phone number. Like, what are you doing here? So today, or a few days ago, I canceled. I was like, listen, I can't this week. Because I genuinely, again, it was like, I'm not trying to spend $200 this week. And I was honestly, I'm trying to break up with him, if I'm being honest. Like, I was going to get it, but I was like, I'll cancel this week and then I'll just cancel it next week. So this is the second week in a row I canceled. And he calls me from a random phone number. I pick it up and I'm shocked to hear it's him. He calls me the next day. Like, I texted him and then he calls me from a different number. Gives me this whole thing. I called him. I texted him 1 hour. It's a 48-hour rule he has for cancellations. I texted him 47 hours before my appointment, like 1 hour off. And he like told me about it. He was like, I have a lot of trouble. That extra hour, it would really, I am running a business. And I was like, you are a weird therapist, man.
I think he's
You are not helping me. You are really freaking me out. Like, it's weird.
He made it about
He made it about like his business. I'm like, bro, it's an hour. What is up? What do you mean?
Wiggle room here.
Wiggle room. He's got a full schedule. And you can't find, like, what? You need an extra hour of the 48 I gave
but
you?
honestly, it seemed like he was trying to grab at my money when I was working with him. So maybe he's like struggling, low-key.
Struggling. I try to move my appointments around. He has no slots available. I'm like, he's like, are you available at 9 in the morning? I was like, I got a job, bitch. No, I'm not available at 9 in the morning for therapy. What are you, nuts?
He would I would hear him doing the dishes when I was on the phone with him.
Oh, he was eating like chicken salad last time I talked to him.
I did not like that.
No.
Like, I can hear
Focus.
like, shh. And he's like, that's really hard. I'm like, fucking that doesn't help, guy. Yeah. I can hear you scrubbing the pan, bitch. Need more than that.
Dude, so this time, when I canceled, he was like, we forgot, do you want to schedule later in the week or something maybe? Because, like, I'm going to be on vacation for the next month. And I was just like, nice. So I was like, no, I think by that time I should have my funds in order. Because this time I was lying. Like, my money's fine. I just didn't want to do it. So it really was. And like, I was like, yo, this month might give me the cushion that I need financially. So like, I'm in a month, September, I think 15th, I got an appointment. I'm about to be like, dude, I'm done.
Just stop going.
I'm just not going to.
You got to stop going.
I'm done. I'm totally done. So then I listened to this North Korea chick on Joe Rogan.
Oh.
And she's talking about how.
Segue.
It has to do with therapy. So she's talking about how, like, all these really, really serious problems, like real life, like trauma.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, where, like, you should go through tons of intense therapy.
Yeah.
And they brought up the topic of therapy. She was like, yeah, they told me to do therapy. They gave me a huge discount. And, like, she wouldn't do it. She's like, I don't need therapy. And I'm like, if that bitch don't need therapy, I don't fucking need therapy. I got baby daddy issues and that's it. Like, I'm good.
She didn't go to therapy?
No. She's like, no, hell no. I wouldn't do that shit. She goes, all the people I work with in finance, all these, like, rich guys all go to therapy and, like, talk about their problems and, like, they're rich and, like, they got no real problems. She's like, I don't need that shit. I was like, Girl, you right. I don't need no fucking.
That's
right now.
wild, but also she said that she never knew what the concept of love was because, like, in North Korea, like, they're literally that concept doesn't exist, and like family does all these like concepts like don't exist,
Right.
Of like familial and like connection, and it's like she basically was like the only thing you're thinking about is like where your next food is coming from, and that's like literally the only thing you're thinking about. So. I feel like you might need some therapy to like understand what love is when it comes around, but like not telling that bitch how she needs to live her life at all.
She's 4'8" and she would kick your fucking ass. She really would. That was a bad bitch. My mom texted me after she listened to that podcast. She goes, Joey, you need to meet this. You need to marry her. What a woman. It's like, thanks for looking out, Ma. I knew I could count on you to find me my
can you
wife.
get her number, dude?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, we have to start an OnlyFans page and get you a date with that chick.
One of the two is very easily done. The OnlyFans might be a challenge. All right.
Let's wrap up.
Love y'all.
Have a good
sick
week. Talk to you next week. Deuces.
So let's